The Bitcoin price was just rejected at the 10K region. Could this potentially be a bullish dip before a rip to new highs? Or my friends, could this all be a bull trap before a plunge deep down into the crypto abyss? Let's dive in and analyze what is going on, ladies and gentlemen. Crypto Kirby here, your cryptocurrency expert, back with another edition of the daily live stream. Today we're going to discuss the Bitcoin price and the action inside the chart right now. My friends, Bitcoin finds itself at the make or break point, both on the micro and macro perspectives. So as a full-time trader, I'd like to discuss with you my strategy, my game plan, and how I plan to crush this market right now in the immediate term. So without any further ado, you guys already know the deal. If you like these daily crypto videos and nightly live streams, smack that thumbs up button, click the subscribe, tick the little bell. And let's get this crypto. Moon the likes, ladies and gentlemen. Moon them up. All right. So we'll begin with our Bitcoin technical analysis. And of course, before we begin, this is not investment advice, this is not trading advice, these are only my own opinions, ideas, and speculative hypotheses on the market. Always do your own research and your own due diligence before investing or trading, as this market is extremely high risk, and I am not your financial advisor. I will never tell you what to do with your trades or investments. That being said, let's begin right here on the 4-hour time frame for Bitcoin. Now, if you are subscribed here, you would know that the Don Carbonaccio was pointing out the fact that we needed to watch for a potential double top reversal here on this micro and macro trend. Right now, my friends, Bitcoin struggled the first test up towards the 10K range. This was to be expected, as this has been the multi-month going on, roughly half a year here, my friends, that Bitcoin has struggled between this very specific region of roughly 9,300 all the way up to 10,800. And testing into this range proved to be resistance once again. And this range in particular here, my friends, you cannot rule it out of the equation that this is an interesting metric to look at. If we take our Fibonacci tool, drag it from the 20K top down to the 3K bottom, we could see that our first level here on the regular scale was the 0.618 Fibonacci extension target that Bitcoin topped out, okay? That was this first cycle here, right? We bubble popped and we ran back up. The top of that run was at the 0.618 golden Fibonacci extension. Now, my friends, let's take it from this next pop. We're going to take our retracement tool from the top to the bottom, and what do you know, ladies and gentlemen, like clockwork, ding ding ding, chicken wings for dinner, tofu if you're vegan, right here right now, Bitcoin is seeing rejection once again at the 0.618 golden Fibonacci extension. Will this just be another market cycle top, very similar to what we saw back here in 2019 at 14,000? Will this lead to another cycle top? I mean, that has yet to be seen, but take it into consideration that right here, right now, Bitcoin is getting met with some serious rejection at this very specific range. Let's get this crypto. Now that that's been discussed, here on the micro view, back to the 4-hour, right? We stuck in our high, got rejected. We've now ran back up and stuck in, at least for the time being, a lower high. We have also fallen out of this rising wedge formation, which is inherently a bearish formation per classical technical analysis theory. Now, my friends, although everything that I've been saying thus far seems like, oh, Kirby, the end is near, the end is near. Just listen, my friends, right here, right now, we do have this range here in particular that could act as a new support range for Bitcoin, okay? Realistically, it's this whole range from where we are at right now at about 9,450 at the time of recording, down. I mean, you don't want to hear this. The first range is about 9,000. The second range, my friends, could be all the way down roughly to about 8,600 to 8,500. Now, I know this is a large range. The problem here is that the volatility due to the halving has been so immense that we've been met with such chop and absolute insanity in this range that even a drop down to 8,500 still potentially could be bullish, okay? If Bitcoin can find support here in this range, my friends, that would be right now the once twice, and then the third time that Bitcoin has found support at this range, potentially creating a bullish floor around the $8,500 region to potentially become the launching pad before breaking out of this downward trend here before our next potential high. Let's get this crypto. Now, if we are to pull back further from where we are at already, my first pullback zone, realistically, my friends, is realistically anywhere from 9,400, pretty much where we are at now, all the way down to 9,000 flat. This is really my first area of interest. And if the bulls can defend this, what we have to start looking at here is this downward line, okay? Downward sloping resistance line that we've started to create here on the 4-hour time frame, okay? And a run back up, we don't want to see a lower high come in. We want to see that this bearish resistance line gets broken through and that the bulls are possibly going to look to attempt to break this half a year long resistance line that's been formed here. And if that is in fact to occur, you best believe that Don Carbonaccio will start looking at this market from a more bullish perspective than a bearish one, as then we've seen that this multi-year bearish resistance zone has been broken, and it could potentially set this market up for further bullish action, looking more so something like this, possibly, that we are in now a bullish upward sloping channel, right? More so than a bearish downward sloping channel like we've been in for years. Let me just draw this here for you. Right? It's possible that we could see this switch, right, into something more so along the lines of that, moving upward here instead of moving downward, just like this one. Let's get this crypto. Okay, so on a micro and macro view here, this is make or break for Bitcoin. Now, I just discussed the possibility of, this being a dip, it being healthy, but my friends, we have to realize here that this also could be the end of the run, just as I pointed out with the 0.618 golden Fibonacci extension target already being hit for the macro move, right? You must understand that is no small feat, my friend, right? You have to understand that when we pull up this fib, this is from the $14,000 top, roughly $13,859 to be exact, all the way down to our bottom there around $3,850. My friends, this is no small feat. Look at it. We got all the way back up to this range, which if it took longer, right? If it took longer, it would be easier to digest, okay? If Bitcoin capitulated and then putted around here, running on fumes for a while, and then, the good times came back, oh, dip, buy, and we got up to this range, a year from now, this would be much easier to digest and understand. Oh, look, the 0.618 is in. This could be the top. But the fact is we got up to this level in a V-shaped recovery. And many don't want to respect that, hey, it's possible that even though the recovery has been so fast and so large, that this could in fact just be the final top here, confirming a rare triple top macro rejection, confirming right now the unbreakable bearish ceiling here before a plunge deep down into the crypto abyss. It's still possible. So now let's discuss what I'm looking for here in terms of bearish confirmations, okay? I think I've adequately here discussed if I'm seeing a dip, where I'd like to see it go down to. If we drop below these levels, this is where it could start to get bearish, and we're going to discuss that now, okay? My friends, if you're appreciating the realism here on this channel thus far, please leave a thumbs up for the algorithm. I so appreciate it. I hope you appreciate me. Let's get this crypto. And hey, if you're brand new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, tick the little bell, and select all. This is where you'll find some of the most realistic Bitcoin analysis you're ever going to find anywhere. Welcome to the house that Don Carbonaccio built. Let's get this crypto. Okay, so now, my friends, the fact of the matter is that sure, this could be a bullish dip. If so, we want to see it retest back up towards these levels here and negate the lower high trajectory, right? But now, from a bearish point of view, we've been rejected on a lower high trajectory. We've fallen out of a rising wedge formation. Right now, we also saw here on the 4-hour MACD histogram, my friends, that I pointed it out yesterday. You would know if you follow these videos on a daily basis. What did the Don say yesterday, ladies and gentlemen? My friends, that we could be seeing a hidden bearish divergence forming here, right? Lower highs in the price action, higher highs on the MACD histogram on the 4-hour chart. My friends, this is essentially playing out right now, that we got to this peak here. We also hit that overbought territory on the RSI that I also pointed out for you yesterday. And my friends, we're seeing a sell-off now. And this may look small, but my friends, when you take it from the top to the bottom, this was over a 7% move to the downside. Heinous, ludicrous, and a borderline debacle, if you do in fact ask me. And right now, we have to understand that a further pullback here, although it could be healthy, right, to form this range here as the bullish potential floor, if we pull back here, form a floor and go up, get rejected again, and test back into this region, my friends, this zone, yes, it still in theory would be the floor, but it also could become the trap door that if we lose this range, my friends, I mean, to me, that could be one of the most bearish confirmations we've seen in a very long time, right? As we hit up to that level of macro price action resistance here in the red box, right? We also hit that 0.618 Fibonacci extension target for the market cycle as a whole that we've seen back at this 14K range, acted as the top once before. And if we get rejected there after forming lower highs, and then lose this area of support, my friends, that is going to look very, very bearish indeed to me, and it may actually be setting up for another capitulatory event. Let's get this crypto. Things to consider right now is that when we look out on a longer term scale, out to the weekly time frame here, I want to turn on the moving averages, okay? We still are right now at the time of recording above the 50 moving average and the 21 moving average on the weekly time frame. You guys know I show these almost every stream. These have truly been such great indicators in showing the market environment for Bitcoin. Trading above both of them, we've generally been in a very bullish market environment. Trading below them, generally in a very bearish market environment. We've seen it all throughout time. So right now, although Bitcoin is still respecting this bearish trajectory, the bearish structure of the macro trend, we are above both of these. And if there were ever a time for the bulls to try and rally through this area that has proven to be such a staunch resistance level for so long, this to me appears like it would be that time. I just don't see a better time that they could attempt this. And if they are going to attempt it, I believe that it's going to be soon. Okay, but either way right now, my friends, the Don is watching this market like a hawk with an eagle eye. And although we are at the crossroads here where this could turn very, very bullish, or it could turn very, very bearish, the Don is looking to play this market in either direction, my friends. Most content that you guys probably consume is very, very biased in one direction. Now, for me, many think that I'm very biased. Oh, Kirby, you're just a permanent bear. My friend, I'm a trader, right? So I need to have a trend-based bias, right? And when the trend has been structurally bearish for years, of course my trades have a bearish bias to them. What do you want me to do? Trade extremely bullishly with a bullish bias in a bear market? My friends, that's just not how it works, right? And you guys would know all back here during the immaculate bull run, 2017, 2018, the Don was an extreme bull. Right? Because why? The market was in a bullish trajectory, creating higher highs and higher lows, all the way up to 20,000. So of course I was buying dips, looking for it to run higher and higher. And then right after this double top here in 2018, my friends, right after this top, I started to trade bearishly over and over and over and over and over again. And Don Carbonaccio became king of the bear, heir to the bull, slayer of the trend. Okay? And my friends, this is just how it's been for years now. I can't change that. I can't make believe that the bearish structure is still not here. So although there are beginning to become signs of bullish constructive activity inside the chart, the Don is still going to remain with a bearish trading bias here, especially at the range of which we are at right now, until it proves otherwise. And what will it have to do to prove otherwise? My friends, it has to get above this red box, which essentially gets negated around 10,500. But for me, a double confirmation is above 10,800. It needs to start. It needs to rip above there and start consolidating on weekly time frames, on the weekly candles above this range. And that is when I may start to look at this and say, hey, we've really broken this bearish structure. And is it possible now that trading with a bullish bias, right, rather than looking to short the rallies, that this could be a time to buy the dips, right? Do you see what I'm saying? So my strategy right now is adjusting 24/7, my friends. If you don't keep your head on a swivel, if you're not, able to adapt on the fly to an ever-changing market environment, you really need to rethink your strategy. Like I said, most of the content that you guys consume or whatever is mostly biased in one direction, and that is that Bitcoin is the future of money. It is the ultimate technology. My friend, do you not get it that I love Bitcoin too? I could make videos like that all day long. I love Bitcoin, but I'm also a realist, and I'm also a trader that's looking to crush the market and get this crypto. And that's why, sometimes it rubs me the wrong way when I see things that are bullish, 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 right? Most people don't like to credit the Don, that the Don 1 was one of the only people publicly saying that he was shorting this whole bear market down in 2018, even at the 6K region. My friends, go back and watch the videos. Shorting this whole thing here. You know how much hatred I got here shorting? The bottom is in, Kirby. Don't you see? There's no one else selling, Kirby. And then I shorted it. Got the drop. I know my VIPs remember that. Shout out to my VIPs. What an absolutely epic entry I had on a short position there at 6,000. But everybody wants to forget that the Don has been shorting some of the most epic shortable moments in Bitcoin's history, right? Shorting the rallies, right? And my friends, same here, right? The Don playing this market with a bearish bias again, right? The problem with this space in particular is that they'd rather that I tell them it's going to the moon and be wrong, right? Most people would rather me say it's going to the moon throughout the entire bear market and be wrong than tell them that I believe that my analysis shows that we're going down and be correct. Let's get this crypto. Do you see how messed up that is? It's completely backwards. They'd rather me say in a bear market that it's going to the moon and be wrong than say it's going down and be correct. It's absolutely mind-boggling, and that's the same state that we're in now. Although right now it's much more difficult for me at this very specific range to say that this still looks like it could just go down. I'm neutral right now, my friends. Absolutely neutral. Still with a bearish bias overall, but at this very specific moment in time, we are at the boiling point here, the breaking point, okay? We can't get any closer to the breaking point than where we are at right now. So I'm being very cautious here because I do think it's possible that this market could break that bearish multi-year structure very shortly. And then I would switch my personal trading bias bullish as well. Tentatively, okay? Tentatively, for the time being, we'd have to see the further activity in the chart. But please don't rule it out of the equation that we're still trading right now at the top of the potential bearish range. And if we get rejected here, my friends, I mean, nothing has structurally changed then. It's just more of the same, of which we've seen for a very long time now. You understand? So right here, my friends, the Don is looking to strike like a cobra out of the grass and get this crypto. Whether these moon boys want to accept that, although we did have a V-shaped recovery here, that this still could be bearish, they'll never understand that, my friends. And I can't do anything for them if they don't understand that. This channel is for realistic analysis. This isn't a buy and hold, going to the moon channel. I'm not going to show you the latest news. Oh, look, another billionaire likes Bitcoin. Get out of here, man. You know, billionaires, they've liked Bitcoin for a very long time. You know, now that the halving is over, what's the next thing, right? The Moon Boys need to find another thing now, right? The halving was what they clinged on to this whole time, preaching it back here and back here, where the Bitcoin price then capitulated down 63%. And now, because the price moved up in a V-shaped recovery, absolutely correlated to a T with the stock market that did the same thing, dump, and then a rip up in a V-shaped recovery, completely correlated. They make like, oh, it's the halving, Kirby, don't you see? The fundamentals did this. Really? The fundamentals brought the price back up not even to our prior high before we dumped? Sheesh. Get out of here, little James, with that absolute moon boy garbaggio. So my friends, right now, I mean, I haven't really said this that much this video, but right now I'm looking to potentially strike on a potentially life-changing trading opportunity if it presents itself. I see that we're coiled up here like a powder keg, getting ready to absolutely explode. Like I said, this could be the point in the trend where we break bearish structure and begin a new potential bull market, right? Creating somewhat of an upward sloping channel like this, rather than the downward sloping channel like this that we've been in, right? You see the difference, structural difference, something these moon boys will never understand. And if you want to see exactly how I'll be setting up my trades and strategies for this range, ladies and gentlemen, I'm saying my exact entries, my exact exits, my targets, everything. That is what I provide for you exclusively in VIP. And even though I say it all the time, my friends, if you're not already in VIP, I really don't know what you're doing. Today is truly the day. It's time to transform yourself from Average Joe into Savage Joe. Let's get this crypto. I'll see you in VIP right now after this video. You know, many are going to continue to puff on that Moonboy hopium. They're going to continue to pick moonberries in a wicker basket down by the river with Average Joe and James at the water cooler, while Don Carbonaccio sits here, cool, calm, and collected, preparing to strike like a cobra out of the grass and get this crypto. I hope that Bitcoin goes to the moon, little James. I do. But I'm not going to sit here with a hope and a prayer, hodling and praying that Bitcoin goes to the moon. I'm going to continue to analyze this market. And if my analysis shows me that there's a higher probability for Bitcoin to go to the moon than not, then I'll be looking to trade it to the best of my ability and go to the moon with you. But if that is not in fact the case, and we do see potential rejection here, and my analysis shows me that the downside has a larger probability to occur than the upside, you best believe that Don Carbonaccio will be looking to short this thing down. And then when the short dries up, if we see bullish possibility, I'll be looking to buy that dip and long it as well, my friends. You have to understand, this is a trading analysis channel. This is not some sort of long-term investment. The future is Bitcoin, Kirby. I don't care about that. What I care about is the market swinging up and down. And right now, I see that there is an increased probability for an absolutely spectacular move here, my friend, either to the upside or to the downside, to either break a multi-year bearish structure or continue a multi-year bearish structure. Either way, I think it's going to be absolutely explosive. And I'm going to keep you updated around the clock, 24/7, with all of my trade setup ideas, entries, exits, targets, etc., exclusively for you in VIP. Are you going to continue to take that trip to Rec City with Average Joe and James at the water cooler? Or are you going to man up, get that cake and eat it too, like Don Carbonaccio? Sheesh. My friends, you know, that being said, I will see all of you in VIP right now after this video. If you've been waiting to join, today is the day. I'll see you in VIP right now after this video. I'm expecting a potentially large move here that I'm going to look to play to my absolute the best of my ability. So if you want to see how I'll be setting up my trades here in real time, entries, exits, etc., I'll see you in VIP right now after this video. And my friends, if you could one last time for the algorithm, hit that thumbs up button. I so appreciate it. I hope you appreciate me. Leave a comment. You could just leave a smiley face, an emoji, say thanks Kirby, whatever you want. I appreciate the comments. And again, my friends, if you're brand new, well, I mean, I hope you have already, but if you haven't, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, tick the little bell, and select all. That will give you all of my notifications here on this channel in real time when I upload them. YouTube has changed the algorithm for whatever, however they've changed it, and right now many are not getting the notifications. So what I want you to do, if you are a longtime subscriber as well, is just make sure that if your subscribe button is clicked, make sure that you also tick the bell and have all selected, because that will assure you that you get the notifications when I upload. If you still don't get the notifications after you've hit the subscribe button, tick the bell and selected all, that's out of my control. So that's the best I can do, my friends. I hope that that helps you with your problems if you haven't been getting the notifications. So make sure all that's done. Let's get this crypto. And my friends, like I said, I'm expecting a potentially gigantic move here. So if you want to see how I'll be trading that, then I'll see you in VIP right now after this video. I'm ready to strike like a cobra out of the grass. Let's get this crypto. I'll see you in VIP right now. And until next time, my friends, the Don has spoken. Be safe, be happy, be healthy. It's your boy, Crypto Kirby. Peace and love, my friends. Curbs.